The story begins with Lawara, a famous journalist whose articles go viral very quickly, making her quite well known. Lawara's mind is sharp, almost like a detective's. She always gets to the bottom of things and has exposed many powerful people. However, a few days prior, she witnessed a tragic accident where a girl drowned and she couldn't save her, which deeply affected her. One day, while at the office, everyone is congratulating her because another one of her articles has gone viral. As she sits at her desk, she receives a special invitation. It's for a luxurious yacht owned by a very wealthy and prominent family. Lawara asks her boss for a few days off, hoping the 3-day trip will help her mood. Her boss agrees easily. Lawara gets ready and arrives at the beautiful yacht, where she is welcomed. She first meets Dr. Maida. We learn that among the guests are Anne, a very rich woman with cancer, and her husband, Richard. Many other wealthy people are also present. Suddenly, Lawara spots her ex-boyfriend, Ben. They had recently broken up, and she didn't want to see him. Ben is a photographer hired by the wealthy guests. The two talk briefly, clarifying that they don't want to get back together, acknowledging the breakup was both their faults. Lawara is assigned cabin number 8, next to cabin number 10. She notices someone smoking in cabin 10 as a cigarette butt drifts onto her balcony. She throws it in the trash. As preparations are made for dinner, Lawara goes to her room to get ready. She sees Ben with another girl and hides, accidentally stepping into cabin number 10. She sees a girl taking a shower inside. Lawara quickly apologizes and leaves the cabin. In the evening, all the wealthy guests, including Grace, a social media influencer, gather for dinner, discussing their wealth. After dinner, Anne, the richest woman and Richard's wife, calls Lawara over. Anne compliments Lawara's articles and shares that she has cancer and doesn't have much time left. She asks Lawara's opinion on something she has written. Lawara reads it and realizes it's Anne's will. Lawara is surprised to see Anne is leaving all her property, assets, and wealth to a trust, asking why she isn't keeping anything for herself. Anne explains that she came into the world empty-handed and will leave the same way. If she can help others as she goes, she'll be happy. She plans to announce this at an upcoming gala event. Lawara places the will in a drawer, and the key is hidden among some books, a detail Lawara notices. Lawara then talks to Ben, and they feel the temptation to repeat their past mistakes, but Lawara controls herself and goes to sleep in her cabin. Late that night, Lawara wakes up to loud noises coming from cabin 10. A man is shouting at a girl. Lawara goes to her balcony to listen and then sees someone push a girl who falls into the sea. Terrified, Lawara immediately alerts the yacht crew. The crew stops the yacht and begins searching, checking on all the guests. After extensive checks, the crew informs Lawara that the number of guests is exactly as invited. No one is missing. They suggest Lawara must have seen something else or mistaken something. But Lawara insists someone fell from cabin 10. The crew tells her that cabin 10 was never opened. Lawara argues she saw a girl showering there and even had her cigarette butt. When they check the trash, the butt is gone. No one believes Lawara, and she realizes something is seriously wrong on this yacht. The next morning, Lawara tries to talk to the staff, but no one resembles the girl she saw. She goes to Anne, telling her she saw someone fall into the water. Today, however, Anne dismisses her, saying she has taken her medication and isn't quite coherent, and that she is going to sleep. Lawara then goes to Ben. Ben warns her to stop interfering with these rich people, suggesting they will ruin her career, and tells her to just enjoy her trip. Lawara, persistent, asks Ben to show her all the photos he has taken for the event. Going through his laptop, Lawara finally finds a picture of the girl she saw in cabin 10. Lawara rushes out to show the photo to the other guests, but everyone denies seeing or recognizing the girl, insisting Lawara is mistaken. With no one believing her, Lawara goes to take a shower. Someone then writes "stop" on her bathroom mirror. She tries to check the CCTV cameras, but they have been shut off. Determined to find the truth, Lawara decides to investigate on her own. She climbs from her balcony to the balcony of cabin 10 and enters the room. In the bathroom, she finds a clump of the girl's hair, which she wraps in paper as evidence. She only tells Ben that she has the hair and hides it. Grace, the influencer, comes to Lawara, warning her again not to mess with the rich people. Lawara continues talking to the staff, showing them the photo, but no one has seen the girl. She also asks the staff how difficult it would be to sneak someone onto the yacht, but they don't know. While Louara is standing on her balcony in the morning, someone pushes her from behind. Luckily, she falls into the swimming pool. But then someone starts closing the pool gate, trapping her inside. Heidi, one of the rich girls, sees her, and Louara is saved. Everyone tells Louara that she needs rest and should stop getting involved in other people's affairs. Louara tells them someone pushed her and closed the gate, but again, no one believes her. To make matters worse, she finds that the hair she had hidden is now gone. Louara becomes suspicious of Ben, as he was the only one she told her about the hair. Ben denies any involvement and says he wants to help her. The other guests start blaming Louara, saying she has ruined their enjoyment with her constant investigations. Louara returns to her room. She hears a knock, but when she opens the door, someone is walking away down the hallway. She follows the person, who leads her to the engine room. Louara catches the person and sees that it's the same girl from Cabin 10. However, when Louara removes the girl's wig, she realizes it's not the girl, but Anne, the richest woman who supposedly had cancer. Anne then knocks Louara unconscious and leaves her there. Louara remains unconscious for hours. The next day, the girl who looks like Anne returns to Louara. Louara, having figured things out, confronts her. "I know you are not Anne. You just look like her, and you're probably the one who threw the real Anne into the water." The girl confesses, saying, "That's not true. I came here only for some money, and my real name is Carrie." Louara now understands everything. The real Anne wanted to leave her wealth to a trust. Richard, Anne's husband, wanted all the wealth for himself, so he hired Carrie to impersonate Anne for a day, sign the will over to him, and make it look like Anne was alive. Louara tries to talk to Carrie, but Carrie leaves, continuing to pretend to be Anne at the celebrations. Meanwhile, Ben tries to check on Louara in her cabin, but Dr. Maida emerges, saying Louara is unwell and needs rest. Dr. Maida immediately goes to Richard, telling him Louara is not in her cabin and that she's missing. Richard orders him to kill Louara once she is found. Carrie, still disguised as Anne, overhears this. She realizes Louara's life is in danger. Late that night, Carrie goes to Louara and tells her that Richard and the others are planning to kill her. Louara warns Carrie, "They will kill you, not me, once you sign the will and everything goes to Richard, because you are the only one who saw him kill Anne, but I will save you." Louara then escapes from the engine room. She first goes to the library, uses the hidden key, opens the drawer, and hides the original will. As soon as she leaves, Richard and Dr. Maida attack her. Dr. Maida attempts to kill Louara with a poisoned injection, but Ben suddenly intervenes to save Louara. The poisoned injection is accidentally given to Ben, who dies instantly. To save herself, Louara jumps into the cold ocean and swims towards the shore, finding a small house to spend the night. Richard believes Louara must have died in the freezing water. He and the others leave for the mainland, where the gala event is to be held. Carrie, as Anne, is there ready to sign the will over to Richard. Louara manages to reach the gala. Richard, holding the mic, speaks about his love for Anne, not giving her a chance to speak. Louara gets onto the stage. Seeing her, Richard is shocked. Louara asks to speak. Carrie, as Anne, encourages Richard to let her talk. Louara then takes out the original will and starts reading it. The will clearly states that Anne is leaving her entire estate to the trust. Louara then asks Carrie, "Did you write this letter yourself?" Carrie replies, "Yes, I wrote this letter myself." Richard becomes furious, yelling, "She is not Anne. How could she write it?" Richard's truth is now exposed. The woman on stage is not the real Anne, but a hired impersonator. Realizing he's caught, Richard grabs a knife and holds it to Carrie's throat, trying to escape. A girl quickly leaves to call the police. A security guard tries to shoot Richard, but misses. Louara rushes towards Richard and uses an iron rod to knock him unconscious, saving Carrie's life. The police arrive shortly after. The story concludes with Louara returning to her office after her vacation and publishing her article, detailing everything she witnessed on the yacht. However, she is left with the grief of losing her ex-boyfriend Ben. And with this sad ending, the movie ends.